Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the
Podcastings. I don't know.
Untitled podcast. And we're going to talk about it today, chapter 2. And I don't know what you just mouthed.
I said on the first episode I forgot to mention my Snorlax.
Do you want to give a quick.
Yeah, okay, quick shout out to Build-A-Bear for making Snorlax. And I'm so happy because he's so fat. And I love it. Okay. Your shoes hit my toe and it hurt a little bit. Sorry. I don't know why I apologize.
It's okay.
But yeah, quick shout out over. No, it's
So,
not. He's so
it
fluffy.
chapter 2. By the way, full spoilers. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And then come back and listen to this like 1,000 times so we can grow the channel. That'd be cool.
1,000 times. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, just keep it playing on loop, you know.
You guys are gonna hate my voice if you do that. I already hate my voice.
But so real quick, like first, you know, 30 seconds, whatever, of non-spoilers. What are your just gut overall opinions?
On what? The movie?
Yeah,
Wasn't as great as the first one. The first one I fucking loved.
I think that's fair. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was everybody, especially everybody I talked to, had such high expectations and hopes for it.
I mean, personally, I think it's way better than the original. The original was so boring. I couldn't really watch it. I just thought it was boring. The only good thing about it was that the clown there looked actually really scary. He was really creepy. But high expectations, and just some of the monsters they decided to include in this one were just really dumb.
It's because a lot of it was CGI.
I mean, the first one had it.
Not as
Kinda.
much. There were more practical effects in it.
Well, like that one weird woman thing that Stanley was afraid of, that was CGI. And she was kind of creepy, but like in the new ones, they weren't that good. Like, that's what I was disappointed more in the monsters they decided to include in.
But, so real quick, yeah, we're gonna go full spoilers from here on out. So, sorry, the toesies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I kind of like what you said. I felt like I thought it was. It's more just. It's disappointing that it didn't reach my expectations, and that's always such a subjective thing. But
Yeah,
it
you have high
definitely,
expectations.
it definitely wasn't as good as the first one,
Yeah.
and I still think it's good.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's still really good and like enjoyable, and it's really funny. Just like
Some parts. These are
the
always Eddie
humor
and Richie.
still, yeah, kind of carries over, and that's great. There's just a lot of that, and like I thought the female, the grown up
Cast?
was very accurate to
Oh,
their
yeah.
younger selves. That you could see like
You could tell which character
yeah,
was who.
you could see like the echoes of what that person used to be in the adult form.
Yeah, I thought the cast was actually pretty good, especially Richie and Eddie. I thought they were pretty good. Oh, same with Beverly. I also like the
Bev.
Bev and Ben. Um, for Billy, his character all I could think of was X-Men, Apocalypse and Feature First Class, some shit like that. Cause he played Professor
Oh,
Xavier.
McAvoy.
Yeah. Oh, he was also on Split.
Yes,
Yeah. He was just
he
so.
was also Unwanted.
I haven't seen that one.
That's okay. I thought we were just running through his IMDb.
No, just the movies. I remember him
Okay.
seeing him. That was just in my mind. I'm like, you're not Billy, but he did pretty good.
Yeah, no, he
He was really good. Yeah. Just in my mind, he's just one of those characters.
I
Yeah.
I think the best. It's like the dumbest thing because probably my most favorite part of that movie was not any of the scary parts, but the bit that they set up with the dog.
Oh, the Pomeranian.
That and the doors, because I remember they did the door thing in the first one.
Yeah, that's why they were like, oh shit.
But the fact that they did it again and pulled it off in a way that I wasn't expecting it was really good, and that's a really good bit.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. In the first one, I believe they really did go into the not very scary door. Because they're like, ah, fuck it, you know? And then when they were older, it's like, no, it's switched. Let's go into the very scary. And then it really was. And then he was like, he's fucking with us. And then they go into the not so very scary. And it's just the Pomeranian because of the
Yeah, that
thing they were
that
talking
whole
about
bit
earlier.
was fantastic.
I wanted that puppy. And they
Mm.
were like, he's such a good boy. And
And
I'm
then
like, he
when they
is
like
a good
sit and he
boy.
sat.
And they're like, you're such a good boy. Oh my god, I want a Pomeranian so bad.
Um,
Jeffree Star has 5.
I enjoyed a lot of the flashbacks to like times when they were all together and younger.
Oh, with the kids?
But
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the complaints I've heard about the movie, how it is really long. It doesn't actually feel as long as I thought, though.
For me, it felt it was pretty
The
long.
last like 10, 15 minutes drag.
I was gonna say like the last
Everything
after the half point. I feel like all that kind of dragged, which isn't that bad because the first original movie that dragged so long. Like there was so many pointless scenes in the original one, which I'm kind of glad they cut out in this one.
chapter one or in
In the original
90?
movie.
Okay, yeah, but ignore the original.
I'm just saying. I just think this one's better than the
Well,
original.
yeah, obviously, but
Not to everyone.
well, people are entitled to their wrong opinions. That's why it's an opinion.
Your opinion's wrong.
And watch out. Karate chopped you. Oh no. I'm gonna get the wrath later. I can tell. I'm trying to think if there was any parts that. Man, that kid in
The funhouse?
glass maze
Yeah.
or the mirror maze,
He got fucked.
he got.
Like,
That's a pretty shitty way to.
yeah, because, like, in the trailers, it's like, oh, shit, you know, when we see that, when he's there, and you think, oh, Bill's gonna come and save him, and then...
Nope.
And I really thought he would. Like, I thought he would. And that kid he was just terrified. He was like, stay away from me, stranger danger, you know, from Bill. And then he sees the fucking demonic clown licking, you know, the glass. And he's like, oh, shit. And then he's like, help me. And then, man, that sucked. Like, here, same with that girl underneath the bleachers with her, like,
Yeah,
burn
but
mark.
she started out as an intelligent person, and then it preyed on her like
Insecurity.
and emotions. I'm like, oh, you moron! You were almost home free.
Yeah, like when he was like counting down from like 1 to 3.
Oh, that
I was like, oh no,
no.
because then you know the drool happened, and she was like, "You
That
forgot
was
to
that
say
was a
3."
great scene.
Yeah,
Like honestly, they could have cut out that entire section, but it was a good scene.
yeah, because then it's like, damn, because like they showed her get fucking got. Same with the little kid in the glass, and yeah, especially in the beginning when with the two, the couple, and when it just bit out his heart, I was like, damn, they just did that right there, like in the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was like, let's leave Derry. They were like, because the town was like so small minded and just making fun that they were gay and stuff, and they're like, let's get out
I
of
did
here.
like that scene in the river though, like as he's getting closer.
Oh, he's like, help me.
Yeah.
And then all you see is
That was
the
a good
clowns
scene.
reaching his hand out. Yeah, no, he was dead that moment that happened. And then all like those thousands of balloons came coming out, and then Mike found the balloon, and the message just said, "Come home."
I like how the one girl who was at the pharmacy is still basically the same.
Oh well, yeah, she could tell that she was never gonna like live up to something
Mm.
good. She was always just gonna be a small town person. That was gross. Her dad.
Oh god, it was so weird.
And then he was touching like Eddie's face, and he's like, "Oh God," you
Mm.
know. And then he was doing that thing with his tongue while he was touching Eddie's face. I'm like, that's gross. I always knew he liked Eddie. Like when he was carving his like
Yeah.
R, and I said plus, I'm like, it has to be Eddie because I think it was just like the most logical thing that the audience would know because the kid he was playing Street Fighter with, we didn't know his name, and we wouldn't, care about it. He was just a cousin from that one Bowers dude.
Mm.
And then in the end, it was Eddie. And I was like, oh, no. I like them. I'll ship them. And then I don't know. I thought Bowers would have a bigger role. Like I thought he would make it down there with them when they were trying to defeat it.
No, I feel like that would be too samey.
Like in the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that's what they're going for since he was like Mike was like it all started here. We need to do it here.
I'm really happy that they, when Bill is going to go fight it, that that all of them got there immediately like, hey, what are you doing? And it wasn't like he would got in there and there was a whole scene and then they got in.
What do you mean?
That they stopped him as he was like trying to go in. That like they didn't like have to go and rescue him from being stupid. They just preemptively stopped him.
And then they all just went together.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they had already lost Stanley, so they're like, we're not gonna let this happen again. Which honestly, I knew Stanley was gonna die because the original one.
Yeah.
And
he was the weakest.
He was, which is why when Beverly, when they were kids, and he asked her, oh, like, what am I gonna be in like the future and stuff, and she was just like, she looked sad. I'm like, she knows that he's gonna die in the future, but she says that just like you but taller, and I was like, because she didn't want to say that the way he died, even though she was telling them like I saw all of you guys die and everything, and all our futures, and she was like trapped by it and floating and stuff. But yeah, I felt bad for him.
I wish we got more of Pennywise.
The actual like just him clown.
I kind of wish we had more, and less of the
like,
weird CGI monsters.
Oh. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like they weren't that good in the first one. In the first one, it was just like.
The first ones, when they were there there to serve a point.
Yeah.
Like the
like
leprosy guy.
Yeah.
And the like headless guy chasing what's his name?
Ben. But even the headless dude was in Pennywise's outfit, and he was just headless, and he was just chasing. That was scary.
I just wanted more Pennywise, more than
that
anything else.
Creepy lady, naked lady. She wasn't creepy to me. She was more gross, and I do love the anticipation.
See, I liked it at first when she was running like at
That's
you.
What I mean.
But then when it got so close, like you could tell. Like if they had just kept it mostly a person and maybe done.
I liked her height though.
Yeah,
I liked that comparison. She was like fucking running towards you. I just wish it was more maybe him running towards you, because then you're like, oh fuck, clown. But I'm not afraid of clowns. But I feel like that would have been more creepy and scary, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Paul Bunyan over here, like, what the fuck?
I thought that was pretty good.
I thought that scene was funny because I'm like, that fits Richie, I guess, because Richie is like a moron and he's all comedic because he is a comedian.
Yeah.
And but I do agree, more Pennywise.
That would have been great.
Overall,
I enjoyed watching the cast interact. It was a lot like how they were when they were all kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they made a pack and they were pretty good friends. Though I do love that Ben and Bev end up together. I've been wanting that since like they were kids. I'm happy that happened. Then they got a puppy. And Ben's all rich and stuff, and Bev escaped her toxic, abusive husband.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just what she knows, because of her dad. So that part made sense to me.
Yeah,
same with
she
Eddie.
Messed him up.
Oh, yeah, with that picture frame. And then same
she
with
had a
Eddie.
good kick.
Yeah. And then Eddie with his wife that's basically his mom. He ends up with someone who's just like his mom. And then he dies. That was sad.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if they were going to keep that, like, in the original. Because I'm like, oh, no, he's good. But then that scene came, and he gets like, oh, fucking fuck. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
I'm like, oh, you can't walk that off.
I thought he could at first. Because they were like, we have to get him help and stuff.
I wasn't sure if it was like once they killed him that all that stuff would disappear.
Oh, instead of
So
like
like
just
the
falling.
injury would disappear.
Oh, well, it was all basically real. You know, when they were fighting it, it's all real. I just thought it wouldn't come tumbling down. That maybe they could, you know. For some reason, I thought like a magical path would open up and they could just all escape with Eddie. And that's why I was like, no, come on. Because I thought for maybe they were going to change that part up where they save him.
Yeah.
But no, and then Richie was crying and stuff because he loved him. Like, he really loved him. And he didn't want to leave him behind, but they did. Because he was already gone.
I hope they eventually make like a prequel.
Of it?
Yeah.
Like, as
'Cause
in
there's still-
years, like thousands of years before
Yeah,
them?
like, you know, like it, the beginning or whatever.
Like when they fell out of the sky?
Yeah, well, I want them to ignore all that and just give us like literally him terrorizing the town of Derry in like, you know, the 1800s or like the early 19.
He won't be a clown, though.
Yeah.
No, because when Mike was talking about how it just, every 27 years it takes on a different form. Like when we saw the past people trying to defeat it, it was, at first it was like it had wings.
No,
it
but
had
they'll still
shit.
keep it as a clown. And all they have to do is explain that, you know, like the way when it was talking to Beverly, how it had the picture of the carnival that came into town. They could
Oh,
just
when
do
she was
that.
talking to the old lady?
Yeah.
Oh, so like in
They
the
could-
1920s.
Yeah, they
then.
could explain it pretty easily. But I just want more of a scary clown trying to fuck with
I
some
don't know, clowns
people.
are great. I love clowns.
Yeah, no, clowns are terror creatures.
You hate my clown doll that I have, and she's pretty.
A clown doll.
Remember the one that's in my closet because you don't like it because it's so creepy?
Yeah, the thing needs to be sold.
I bought it from old ladies in a yard sale.
I feel like that's... Anyways. But yeah, I would like an It prequel that's kind of a little more horror focused.
I mean, considering that it did pretty well the first time, like chapter 1, maybe.
Yeah, who knows how the box office for this one will be.
I hope it's pretty good, so
Yeah.
we do get that prequel.
That'd be cool.
Because now he's, officially dead?
Yeah, he's officially, well, to our knowledge.
It
They
was
get
pretty
super
tight.
weird in the books about, like, the lore and everything, but
I haven't read the books.
overall, I enjoyed it.
Especially when he was like a gigantic spider thing. I'm so glad they didn't just like get rid of the clown of him and just the
Oh, yeah.
spider. I was so happy he was a combination of both. And he looked fucking like, damn, I would not want to be chased by that. Because I know me, I would just die. Like, I would have been
Or like
Mike.
the, what was the other guy's name? The one that dies?
Stanley?
Stanley, like the Stanley head.
Oh shit, that was weird.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
I was just like, oh no. Oof. But overall, I liked it.
I liked it, yeah.
Mhm.
Especially like when they were in like the Chinese buffet thing,
Yeah.
and then they had the fortune cookies and those weird creatures started coming out. My favorite one was the eyeball.
Oh yeah.
I was like, look how cute it is, and you're like, oh my god.
Looks gross. Yeah, I need to squish it.
No,
But
that part was good. The whole movie had its good, had its bad, but overall, I think it was pretty good.
yeah, I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. I want to own it once it comes out because I already have
Yeah.
chapter 1. We need to go to the Alamo and get the shot. No, is it a shot glass? No.
No, it's just like a regular glass.
A regular glass. The glass is so pretty.
Yeah. You still have your Lion King one.
Toy Story.
Toy Story one.
I didn't get the Lion King
No.
one. Lion King one didn't look that pretty. The Toy Story one did. And it was the last one, and I don't know, my instinct was to grab it and take it and steal it. But he was right there, so I couldn't steal it. I just knew I couldn't let it go. Because once he said it was the last one,
Yeah, I know, he got you.
he got me.
He hook, line, and I'm like, mother.
Like, if he didn't say that,
the
I would
second
have
he
been
said,
good.
I was like, oh, I'm buying this now.
Yeah,
He got you.
he did. He had no reason to say it was the last one, but he did that to sell it. And I was just like, damn it. He got me because I took it and then you paid for it. Because you looked at my face and you said I was like a little kid
Yeah.
asking the parent for permission to take it.
And you were.
I'm sorry.
That's
It
okay.
just, I don't know what came over me.
It's a nice glass. I'm happy we got it.
It's over there.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I kind of want to include a promo code in here, so on the off chance anyone is listening and wants to buy anything, they can use it.
Oh, at our store?
Yeah. 10% off?
Sure. I mean, you're
Yeah,
the one who
10%
does
off? Yeah, I
it.
guess it's a fair point. We'll make another announcement and I'll post it in the video. At probably around the start or the end, well, those things usually work, but I'll post it in there. And hopefully, I don't know if it'll let me use such a short promo code. I'll find out. And then
Once you do,
I
you'll
do
just
want it to
edit
be
it.
it though. But either way, thank you guys for listening. Please tell us what you thought of the movie in the comments below. Check out our store as we'll be having a sale again whenever I post this, which will probably be next Friday on the 13th.
Next Friday's the 13th?
Etsy.com/shop/LostGhostFlower. And yes, next Friday is the 13th.
Oh my god, so cool.
But
Yes.
it is now late over here, so
What
thank
time
you
is
so
it?
much, you guys. Bye.